The San Francisco 49ers find themselves in one of the most prestigious spots in the NFL, even after losing their second Super Bowl in 5 seasons. Under Kyle Shanahan since 2017, they've won the NFC West 3 times, been to 4 NFC Championship games, and yes, have lost 2 Super Bowls. That said, San Francisco is gearing up for another run towards the top of the NFL with one question remaining. What is that one missing piece? Who or what can be the one thing to get them over the top and surpass the NFL's glass ceiling? When will and how will and who will help the San Francisco 49ers finally become 6-time Super Bowl champions? If you ask free agent safety Justin Simmons, he says it might just be him. While speaking to Bradley King of Denver 7 News, Simmons said about himself, "I ultimately think we're going to end up where we're wanted and where we are valued. I've always said from the jump that I want to play for a contender, and I feel like that I can be the missing piece for a lot of teams to get them over the hump." Well, if you're the San Francisco 49ers, you check many of Justin Simmons' boxes. Are they a contender? Yes, a guaranteed one. Do they need a player to get them over the hump? Yes, they desperately do, as Kyle Shanahan seemingly has more pressure on his seat than ever to get the job done in 2024. But it's not just what Simmons can do for San Francisco, it's will he be valued on a roster already stacked with multiple All-Pros, multiple Pro Bowl players, and an offense boasting the Offensive Player of the Year in Chris McCaffrey, and a defense that has Nick Bosa, the Defensive Player of the Year of just 2 seasons ago? That answer also is yes. Go back to last season, San Francisco lost star safety Talanoa Hufanga to a torn ACL. Yes, they walk into 2024 with the loaded safety core, but they also have unproven talent everywhere in that room. They did just draft rookie Malik Mustafa, but you also pair him with Ji'Ayir Brown, who had a great rookie season. Is that enough to get you over the hump? And while you are going to have a likely returning Talanoa Hufanga on the back end, he has shown that even when healthy, getting beat over the top is his biggest weakness. Now you add in the ACL injury, you just don't know which Hufanga you're going to get back once he sees the field again, likely in the middle of the year. And that is where Justin Simmons comes into play for the San Francisco 49ers. See, the San Francisco 49ers likely wanted to re-sign safety Deshaun Gibson, but he's going to be suspended for the first 6 games of the 2024 campaign due to substance abuse policy that will keep him out likely until Talanoa Hufanga comes back. If you sign Justin Simmons, you're not only getting instant safety help, you're also getting a player coming off his second ever All-Pro season, where he was voted a 2023 second-team All-Pro by the Associated Press. You're also getting a 31-year-old player coming off of his second Pro Bowl season, in which he totaled 15 games, tallied 3 interceptions, 8 pass defenses, 2 forced fumbles, including 1 fumble recovery, and had his best games of the season against, you got that right, the one team the San Francisco 49ers can seemingly not get past, the Kansas City Chiefs. But is it even possible? Well, the San Francisco 49ers currently have over $30 million in cap space, and if their ongoing negotiations with Brandon Ayuk and a potential re-signing, restructuring, or an extension of future Hall of Fame left tackle Trent Williams actually comes through, San Francisco could walk into training camp with roughly $40 million to spend, not just on this season, but to carry over into next season when they have to re-sign players like Brock Purdy, the aforementioned Talanoa Hufanga, cornerbacks Demo Lenore and Charvarius Ward. But it's not as if they're not going to have the money today to take on a salary of maybe $8 million and give that to Justin Simmons to add another Pro Bowl and All-Pro caliber player to the back end of a secondary that arguably desperately needs it in an NFL constantly growing with speed in a division that not only boasts Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, but also has DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith-Njigba, and the newly drafted Marvin Harrison Jr. If you ask me, adding Justin Simmons isn't just a no-brainer, it might just be the one move San Francisco needs to still make in order to take them over the top and secure that 6th Lombardi Trophy they've been desperately fighting for since 2011. But would San Francisco even be interested in Justin Simmons? Well, if you go back to the early parts of the NFL offseason, right at the beginning of NFL free agency, NFL reporter Mike Silver of the San Francisco Chronicle stated that the Niners actually had interest in adding 3 safeties. No, not signing 3 different safeties, but adding a safety to that room, and were interested in players like Cameron Curl, who went to the LA Rams, Julian Blackmon, who went back to the Colts, and, in fact, Justin Simmons, who sits in free agency waiting for a team to sign, and with a team like San Francisco fitting all of his wants and desires, it feels like a match made in heaven. In fact, Monday Morning Quarterback reporter Albert Breer stated he would love to see Justin Simmons play for the San Francisco 49ers due to his connections to the Vic Fangio-style defense, which is what new defensive assistant Brandon Staley ran with the Chargers, and because the system he ran with Denver is similar to what San Francisco does with their Seattle Seahawks-style defense, where Simmons could be a center fielder, allowing young safeties Malik Mustafa, Ji'Ayir Brown, and Talon Noah Hufanga to play underneath, with Simmons roaming over the top, again playing center field, being one of the better deep ball safeties in the NFL. It's truly unknown whether San Francisco wants to add a safety in free agency, but with their previous interest in players like Justin Simmons, and now knowing Tashaun Gibson is unavailable for the first 6 games of the season, it makes a lot of sense for San Francisco and John Lynch and company to look toward the veteran free agent market once again, just like they did 2 years ago during training camp when they happened to sign veteran free agent safety Tashaun Gibson, who ultimately pushed them near the edge but couldn't get them quite over the hump when they played Kansas City this past Super Bowl. But what do you think San Francisco should do? Should all their attention be focused on trying to re-sign Brandon Ayuk or trying to restructure Trent Williams? Or are you putting all your chips in on Justin Simmons being the missing piece for the San Francisco 49ers to eventually win Super Bowl 59? All that's known as the Niners kickoff training camp on July 25th. The only question is, will Justin Simmons be arriving shortly after the first day of training camp in 2024? If you want to go to training camp, go to Niners.com. They're $5. And if you want to go to any game this year, use our promo code 49ersaccess at SeatGeek.com to save yourself $20 off your first purchase. Again, thank you so much for watching, listening. Follow us on social media at 49ers.access is the Instagram, 49ers_access is the Twitter. And until next time, as always, my name is Sterling Bennett, and stay faithful.